fuckers that are looking at this right now, I know that you would cry if I said something to you in real life.
At this point, we should all know Anisa Joma, Idubbbz' wife. Anisa's been the subject of lots of criticism the past couple years, but the main criticism she gets these days is the fact that she ran a charity boxing event, Creator Clash 2. I actually have the shirt hanging up right there. It was a great event, honestly. I had a lot of fun there. I thought it was really cool. The problem, though, and where the criticism comes from, is the fact that this was a charity event that actually earned no money for charity. They actually lost $500,000, and people criticized that because there was lots of frivolous spending with parties going on around the event for the creators only, with open bars, hundreds and thousands of dollars allegedly being spent before the money had actually been earned. This resulted in a $500,000 loss for the event, and none of the charities making any money from this charity event. That's an issue. Now, instead of taking accountability for the failure of this event, Anisa has instead chosen to declare war on anyone online that dare criticize her.
I know a lot of them have never worked a real job. I know that for a fact. And if you have, you worked there for a week and you cried and you quit.
During a live stream recently, she had like a breakdown on stream over all of the controversy, and it basically chalked up to her giving an argument that she had to like work in the real world before she blew up online when she was like 21, I think. And that somehow makes all of the other people online talking about her, criticizing her, it makes all of their points invalid because they don't know how to work a real job.
Bro, I didn't get on the internet until I was 21. I had to pay for my own I was in college working like a fucking serving job. Okay? I was doing both. I had 4 to 5 classes a semester, and then I would go work a serving job. Okay? And before that, I worked at a pet store and a Dairy Queen because I function in society.
So she rants and she raves about how she's the only person that's ever had a job online, and that makes her impervious to any type of criticism that you would give her for losing $500,000 on a charity event, which makes no sense. If you're a homeless person on the side of the road and you criticize Anisa for losing money on an event where all the proceeds were supposed to go to charity, that doesn't make you wrong just because you don't have a job or never had it. Those things that just cope. It's copium at its finest. So she copes and she complains and she bitches and she whines and she calls out all of the people criticizing her, which is the majority of the people online at this point. And then by the end of it, she cries, asking the question of why nobody likes her.
How did I become like one of the like least liked people on the internet?
Gee, maybe, perhaps, it's because you won't shut the f*** up. If she just stopped bringing this crap up and stop acknowledging the haters, then people would move on. They just get bored. They wouldn't get clicks from her anymore. And you'd think someone in her circle would tell her this, but no, she was back the next day to let everybody know it was just a joke. She got us. It was all just a meme.
You know, it's interesting because when I did the rant that like got clipped and shared by like a bunch of people, I did that intentionally to be like ranty and interesting and eye-catching, and like I did it with the intention of like getting it shared, and it's cool. It makes you feel like, okay, like this is more predictable than like you would imagine that it is.
So there it is. She wants everybody to hate her. She wants everybody to think she's an evil, disgusting human being. Good job. This clearly isn't the case, though. You see, TurkeyTom actually featured in Idubbbz' response video to the Froggy Fresh drama that was going on around Creator Clash 2.
So what do you make of Froggy Fresh being banned from the event?
Honestly, I think it's a travesty. I think he didn't deserve to be banned. I think Idubbbz is a coward, and I'm still giving my money, and I greatly regret it.
Suck a dick with AIDS on the tip.
Drop Yoko Ono, bro. It's got to be over. It's got to be over. No more. Where is John Lennon? You want to be like John Lennon, Idubbbz?
Now, for the kids in the audience, Yoko Ono was the girlfriend of John Lennon, one of the Beatles, and she's like become an historic meme, essentially, for ruining the Beatles and John Lennon's career. So the reference here is, you know, Anisa is Yoko Ono to Idubbbz John Lennon. That's like the reference here, which to be fair, I don't even think that was like a TurkeyTom original. I think Sam Hyde started saying that, and then a bunch of people started saying it on the internet. I just really wanted to use that clip because it's been over a year since that happened, and this is what Anisa just dropped on Twitter today. Yoko Ono is a smart and talented woman who overcame the aftermath of World War II in Japan and went on to create iconic performance art pre-John Lennon. She was hated for not fitting into the expected norm for a famous man's wife. It's not an insult to compare me to her. Totally unrelated, but if you go on YouTube, you look up Yoko Ono gets mic cut, you'll get these videos of a performance with John Lennon and Chuck Berry where Yoko Ono sat in the side screaming into a microphone and eventually had the microphone cut by the production team because it was just so obnoxious. This just a fun little tidbit for you here in the middle of the video. I know this is a bit reaching of a point, like it's a bit of a king of nothing take, but I like to think that Anissa let these clips of TurkeyTom and Sam Hyde calling her Yoko Ono fester and boil in her mind for over a year, to the point where now she had to lash out on Twitter defending herself by rewriting history in her favor. I really would have thought she would have stopped speaking publicly about historical events the last time she did it.
As terrible as the Holocaust was, obviously it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on, or they did it on Jewish people. They found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experimentation.
I also think it's really unlikely that she's the greatest troll of all time, and these clips are an example of that, when you consider that some of the clips were her crying and complaining about the fact that opposing lawyers that were suing her over the proceeds that were lost from Creator Clash were using these commentary channels' videos to further their claims in the lawsuit.
This in the Patreon podcast. This person's lawyer, the shakedown lawyer, used a commentary video, okay, that insinuated, I have to be very careful with my words here because this person will say technically they didn't say that, insinuated that we pocketed money.
First of all, nobody I've seen of meaningful say or meaningful audience online has said that she pocketed the money or Idubbbz pocketed money. The generally believed consensus here is that it was just a mismanaged event. The criticism is that they were throwing money all over the place and not worrying enough that there'd be any left over to give to the charities the event was even for. She's the one who always takes it down this road that everyone is accusing her of stealing money. Go find me a video with a channel of over 1,000 subscribers that's accusing Anisa Joma or Idubbbz of stealing the money. You're not going to find it. Also, am I even supposed to believe that that ever even really happened at this point? Because we just got done hearing her say that I said all that stuff on purpose because I knew commentary channels would pick it up and clip it and get me clips. She's a master troll. So what is real? What's not real? I'm sure there's lawyers out there that would love to know as well. I don't think Anissa or Idubbbz are bad people. I think that they keep making mistakes and then they continue the mistakes by not owning up to them properly, by not addressing them properly. So my final piece of advice here, if I were to have to give it, would be to shut the f up and move on. Like, comment, and subscribe to help get this video out to more people. I have other great, fantastic videos that I would really appreciate if you would show your support to. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.